your very own Alaap Sikander, and you're watching Brit Asia TV. Keep it locked. To them, maybe I'm over-exaggerating this, but this fact literally comes to me and is being told to me by all these people. They're like, maybe you guys are literally our last hope to be able to relate to Sardool SIkander again. And I never want to be the last hope. I want every person who sings that songs to be sounding like him, to be, loved like him, because they're doing it for the sake of love, for Dad, for Sardool SIkander. But then again, if people have this notion that, okay, I may sound like him being his son, I may act like him being his son, maybe the time that I've spent with him, maybe the things that I've learned from him, it does make a difference. But if that's how they perceive the things, like maybe if I am the last hope, or if Sarang is the last hope for people, for his fans to hear Sardool SIkander through us, that's a very big responsibility.
Of course.
So being his fan as well, I get blown away by this idea.
And you know what, just your last mix you submitted to, I think she did a live mix on BBC. She had your dad's song in there.
Yeah, show me that.
And it was a remix, and you know what, like, it kind of threw me, when I heard it, it threw me off, man. I was like, you're really part of that era, because you're young 20s, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, you remixed your dad's song, put it on a big platform like this for everyone to hear, and it was a mashup of, current and old, and people just love that kind of response. Like, why did you choose this song?
Exactly.
Like, even though I'm 22, old school 80s, 90s music resonates more with me.
There you go, speaks for itself,
Yeah.
So, or like, I know I'm not drunk, but still, I love these songs. I had to put that.
I mean, when you were little in weddings, that's all you heard. Exactly.
Even now, if like I'm sitting there just wanting to vibe and chill, it's
just play
either
it.
old school 90s and 80s or senti music.
There you go.
That's the two things I head towards now.
Speaking of Mitra Mar Gaya.
Speaking of Mitra Mar
Can
Gaya,
we please have some lights?
everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, kya ho gaya the the hota." Yeah, but it's okay.
Do you know what? I like. So I danced.
Start our own rave.
So I danced for a Bhangra team for almost like
No wonder.
11 years, right? And you know what? On the live Bolliyan, right?
Yeah, bro.
When the singer used to bring that Bolli in,
Oh, bro, yeah.
bro, it used to hype up every
It's
dancer.
that composition. It just gives you that like 10% extra boost every time,
Yeah,
It's
go on.
amazing. Sorry, my throat's been messed up because I've not been sleeping. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Trust me, this is not a bahanna.
Partying.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Ho ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਨੱਕ ਦਾ ਰੋਗ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਹੋ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਨ ਦਾ ਝੁਮਕਾ ਹੋ ਤੇਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਠੁਮਕਾ ਨੀ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਠੁਮਕਾ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਠੁਮਕਾ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਨੀ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਹੋ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਠੁਮਕਾ ਨੀ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਠੁਮਕਾ
Yo, bad boy.
Bro, that was what a song, man. I just want to sing along, for hours and hours. Because
Do you know when the Brit Asia Music Awards happen in November?
Yes.
You're coming.
Oh yeah,
Your
it's
brother's
in October,
coming.
I believe, right?
October, yeah. You're coming. Your brother's gonna come.
I really want to.
And you're gonna bring your mum down. And you're bringing your mum down as well.
I'm not even kidding. I was talking to Paji the other hour. Like, he's like, I follow Brit Asia Awards since I was probably like a teenager.
Yeah.
And I've been a huge fan. You know how like people like me and Sarang and everybody who's young, we dream about being on Jimmy Fallon's show or Jimmy Kimmel's show or like this show or that show. For me, it was like, one day we're gonna perform Brit Asia Awards.
Wow.
And then it used to be like a thing for us.
Yeah.
Knowing that you guys even said it, even if it happens, it doesn't happen, that's another conversation. But the fact that just the idea of it makes me so excited. And then it's his songs, it's Dad's songs. And literally just like everybody's doing a tribute about it. And then there couldn't have been anything more, beautiful that I could have asked for it.
No, 100%, bro.
It's amazing.
You, your mum, your brother,
Thanks, bruv.
you have to come down to the awards.
Along with Dad.
Yeah.
Definitely
Bro,
coming,
look, It's been lovely chatting.
Trust me, bro, it was...
There is so much more to talk about, but I know you're busy.
I get it. No, it's just that, like, if we sit down, if we talk about Dad, we can talk about him endlessly.
Yeah.
But then there's certain things I always say about him. The artist that he was, everybody is aware of that.
Yeah.
But the human being he was, not a lot of people know that, but the people who know, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All the people who love him, you guys know who you are, and it's such an honor to be a part of, their lives as well. And it's such an honor to be his son. and such an honor to be maybe the right carrier for his legacy. If people say that I might not be the righteous person, but then again, kudos to you guys to boost us up after the tragedy. I mean, it was hard. It was hard coming out of it, but then you got to move on, but you got to have to look at the bright side, which is there's people like you guys who always crave for his music. And I found my purpose in my life.
So Alaap, just one question now.
Yes.
The persona you have is not like your typical Punjabi, you know what I mean?
It's our Punjabi Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. So music-wise,
So humble.
like obviously you mentioned you grew up in North America, etc.
Yeah.
So music must have had a big influence on you. Like I'm pretty sure you didn't listen to just Punjabi music, right? What was the kind of genre of music that you did follow? And was it just Punjabi, or am I right in saying that it was other genres that you fused it?
It was definitely like a lot of the genres that I've listened to. Me being a guitarist, the very first thing I ever put my head down to was like metal music. I used to listen to a lot of rock music when I was growing up.
Papa Roach.
Exactly, Papa Roach, Linkin Park. Metallica is like the band for me. They're literally my gods. And I used to listen to Led Zeppelin, Queen, Eric Clapton, Cream, all these people, The Who, every bit of the bands. Beatles, obviously, they're a big influence on people. But the relationship I had with Punjabi music versus English music was such a weird connection. I was living in the industry with Punjabi music as a part of me. But then English music seems so far-fetched to me sometimes. Mainu lagda si ki it's too far away from me to reach that industry. Little did I know when I ended up in Metalworks, I was working with all these people. I was recording people like Paul Anka. I did my internship with OVO for the longest time. And saw Drake a couple of times, walking around. It was amazing. It was beautiful.
Really?
I was literally a part of the album. It's like when you're an intern, you're literally the runner in the studio. You're not supposed to do anything. You're just supposed to, wipe off the console. Get the ashes off the floor and then whatnot. It was a beautiful experience. But then you grow up and then you evolve slowly to start learning things. And being in projects with Shawn Mendes, being in projects with like Nelly Furtado, Avril Lavigne, all these people, I've seen these people, come in, and walk out of the studios. I literally started thinking that if it wasn't for the Punjabi music that I was blessed with, I wouldn't have reached this point. So, Dad used to relate to a lot of the music that I listened to. A lot of people don't know that Mom's favorite band is Led Zeppelin. She loves Led Zeppelin.
That I would not expect.
Trust me, Dad, on the other hand, he was very much a fan of Beatles. He loved Beatles. He was a huge fan of writing for, John Lennon's writing, he was a huge fan of. It's like the way he writes, the way he composes everything.
Just saying that, right? You think like, a folk couple.
Exactly.
Would listen to folk music, not the Beatles, and you know what I mean?
There you go. I mean, it was such a relationship where a lot of people, I kept it secret for such a long time. Because I was like, maybe people are going to think otherwise. Right? But then music is such a universal language. People need to understand that there's literally no language for it. It's just free the way it is. And you cannot just, categorize it in terms of languages. Maybe genres, but not languages. So Dad and Mom always gave us that freedom to just be in whatever genre we wanted to. There's times when I'm blasting Metallica in my room, and Mom and Dad's room was next door. Never has been a day where they were like, put the volume down. So like they understand the respect that I had. They understand that to me, James Hetfield is to how Kuldeep Manik is to Dad. To me, Metallica or Linkin Park, all these people, he understands the respect and he understands the work they've put in. So definitely you're gonna hear a lot of influence in the upcoming music that I have from all these bands. But then what I tried to do, which was the most beautiful thing, was to blend these two genres, to blend Sardool SIkander and whatever genres I've heard, and see what the consummation really, what's the result of that. And you're definitely gonna hear that very soon, probably in a few months. I'm just gonna drop a name, very, very important, my best friend JT Beats. He's gonna be putting out a lot of music with me, alongside me, and he's producing most of my songs. So there's so many songs that I'm excited about, where you'll find flavors of Dad and flavors of all these other bands, and then a tiny bit of me in there, just sneaking out, singing. So yeah, the influence was amazing. It was beautiful. Yeah.
So I don't know if you know Sound Ministry from kind of like, Callum, who done lots of stuff with DJ Sanj.
I do.
Yeah. So she's a student of Callum, Code Red.
Oh.
So Cal and Code took her on very young.
Wow.
But the thing with Callum it's been a pleasure having you.
The pleasure's all mine.
Yeah,
Trust me,
like I
guys.
said, look,
it's amazing speaking to you.
This October, November, when the awards happen, your mum, your brother, and you,
Alongside Dad.
yeah,
You know,
we'll
with his
see
music.
you there 100% on stage.
Fingers crossed.
That'll be awesome. But bro, before we go,
Yeah.
just final closing thoughts. And you've got to kind of come out on a closing lines of any songs. And I say songs because there's going to be more than one.
Oh, you're requesting
Yeah,
songs now. There's a big S in the end.
Yeah, that, you know, really resonate with yourself, your dad, his music. You know, the floor's yours, bro.
I remember performing with him on the stage all the time because this one song was just a vibe, you know, it was just that anthem. So I'm gonna do that song, and we used to like perform medleys in that song. So if you want me to do songs, that's the perfect choice.
Yeah,
Ready for it?
I'm ready.
ਇੱਕ ਚਰਖਾ ਗਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਢਾਲਿਆ ਉਹ ਦੂਜਾ ਸੁਰਮਾ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਲਿਆ ਇੱਕ ਚਰਖਾ ਗਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਢਾਲਿਆ ਉਹ ਦੂਜਾ ਸੁਰਮਾ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਲਿਆ ਇੱਕ ਤੇਰੀ ਅੱਖ ਕਾਸ਼ਣੀ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਇੱਕ ਤੇਰੀ ਅੱਖ ਕਾਸ਼ਣੀ ਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਇੱਕ ਤੇਰੀ ਲਾਲ ਗਗਰੀ ਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਗੋਰੇ ਗੋਰੇ ਰੰਗ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਕਰਤੇ ਸ਼ੁਦਾਈ ਉਤੋਂ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਐਸੇ ਤੀਰ ਨੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਜੱਗ ਉੱਤੇ ਚੌਧਰੀ ਕਹਾਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਰਾਂਝੇ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਕਰਦੇ ਫਕੀਰ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਖਾ ਲਿਆ ਦੂਜਾ ਚਰਖਾ ਗਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਢਾਲਿਆ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਖਾ ਲਿਆ ਦੂਜਾ ਚਰਖਾ ਗਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਢਾਲਿਆ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਚਵਾਰਾ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਯਾਰ ਦਾ ਹੋ ਲੜ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਐ ਅੱਖ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਾ ਨਾ ਯਾਰਾ ਨਾ ਨਾ ਓ ਯਾਰਾ ਨਾ ਨਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੌਬਾ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਕਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਗੱਲ ਪਿਆਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਚਵਾਰਾ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਯਾਰ ਦਾ ਹੋ ਲੜ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਐ ਅੱਖ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ I hope that's good enough.
No, I appreciate it so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you
But guys,
so much.
it's been an absolute pleasure. We just haven't had enough time to talk about things we want to talk about. Definitely, we'll do a part 2. But guys, for myself, Am, and Alaap, you've been watching Brit Asia TV. Thank you so much.